Welcome to Global Tutors Lecture Line. Now, in our today's class, we'll be looking at logarithmic equation and logarithmic expression. Okay, so this is a logarithmic expression, equation. Okay, so how do we solve logarithmic expression? So now we are starting with question number A. So we want to solve A. So now I'm going to give you the basic laws or the basic rules. Okay, so now we can see log plus log minus log. So what does addition means when you have two logs with addition at the middle or subtraction at the middle? Now, if you have log A plus log B, this is addition. If I flip this addition, it will look like what? Multiplication. So it means log into A times what? B. Now, if I have log A minus log B, this thing now looks like what? Division. Okay, this is minus. It looks like division if I flip. So it means log what? A over what? B. So if I have something like this, and let's say log A plus log B minus what? Log C. So this is log. So I pick one of the log. So since this is plus, now it will not be A times what? B. Since this is minus, now it will not be over what? C. So we are going to apply this principle here. Okay, we are going to apply this principle here. So this is log 27 plus log 8 minus log 125 over log 6 minus log 5. So what it is you pick one of the log. This is 27 plus log 8. So it will not be 27 times 8. Since this is minus log this, so it will not be over what? 125. Closed. Over. This is log 6 minus log 5. So it will not be what? Log. Since it is minus, it will not be 6 over what? 5. So 27 times 8 will give us 216. So this will give us log 216 over 125 over log 6 over what? 5. So I'll ask myself a question. Is it possible to make this to look exactly like this? Can I get 6 out of 216? And can I get 5 out of 125? So since this is 216, so how many 6 are in 216? That is the question I'll ask myself. How many 6 are in 216? So I will be like 216 divided by 6. I got 36. So I have 6 times 36. 36 times 6 will give me 216. Can 6 go in 36? Yes. 6 times 6, 36 times 6, 216. That is 6 raised to the power what? 3 will give me 216. Okay. So now this will be equal to log into 6 raised to the power 3 over. Now this is 125. Can 5 go into 125? Yes. So I know that 125 divided by 5 will give me 25. So 5 times 25 will give me 125. So can 5 go into 25? Yes. So now 5 times 5 goes into 25 will give me 5. So it means 5 times 5 is 5. So it means 5 raised to the power 3 will give us what? 125. So 5 raised to the power what? 3. So this will be over log 6 over what? 5. So at least I can see the image of this here. So since this is 3, so I can factor out the power. Okay, I can factor out the power. So this is something as log 6 over 5 raised to the power of 3 over log 6 over what? 5. So you know the laws of indices. When you have something like this, log A raised to the power of 4, it's something as 4 log what? Okay, you can put the power to the back. Okay, this 4 that is there, you can pull it to the back. So let us do that thing here. So if we do it here, we're going to have that 3 will go to the back. It will now be 3 log 6 over 5 over log 6 over what? 5. Such that log 6 over 5 will take care of log 6 over 5. So finally our answer is equal to what? 3. So as you can see, this is very, very simple. So now look at question number B. Okay, so I will expect you to solve this question number B before we proceed. Okay, solve question number B before we proceed. Okay, now let's continue from where we stopped. I hope you have solved the question. Okay, so now we continue from where we stopped. I told you that when you see a negative between two log, it means this over this. When you see addition, this times this. Okay, so yeah, what we have is log 27 minus log 8 over this. So we pick one of the logs, so now be log into sod 27 divided by what? Sod 8 over log into 3 over what? 2. So this is what we have. So at this point, we ask ourselves a question. Is it possible to make 27 to look like 3? And is it possible to make 8 to look like what? 2. Is it possible? How many 3 are in 27 and how many 2 are in what? 8. That is the question. So you know that 3 raised to power 3 will give us what? 27. Because 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times this 27. That is 3 into 3 pieces. Okay. How many 2 are in 8? 3. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is what? 8. So 2 raised to power 3 will give us what? 8. Exactly the same way we did for this. Okay. So this is the same thing as log into sod 3 raised to power 3 over sod 2 raised to power 3 bracket close over log 3 over what? 2. So you know that power of square root means power of what? Half. Square root means power of half. So this is the same thing as log into 3 raised to power 3 times 1 over 2. Know that square root means power of half. Okay, square root means power of half. Over 2 raised to power 3 times half, bracket close, over log 3 over what? 2. So this will be equal to log into 3 raised to power, so 3 times half will give us 3 over 2 over 2 raised to power 3 over 2, everything over log 3 over 2. So as you can see, we have a power of 3 over 2 here, we have a power of 3 over 2 here, so we can pull it out. Okay, so what we have now is log into 3 over 2, 3 over 2 raised to power 3 over 2 over log 3 over 2. So you know that 3 times 3 over 2 will give us this, and 2 raised to power this will give us this. You understand? So now we can now put this to the back. You know, when you have log a raised to power 2, something as 2 log what? 8. So when we put that thing back, we're going to have 3 over 2 log bracket 3 over 2 over log 3 over 2. So this can cancel this. So our final answer is equal to 3 over 2. As you can see, this is very, very simple. Now, before we go to question number C, I would like you to try it. Okay? Just try it. So welcome back. Now, let's continue from where we stopped. Now, solution number C, they said find the value of x if log b bracket x plus 1 plus log b bracket x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now, as you can see, this is a logarithmic equation because it is equal to what? 0. Now, solving this is very, very easy. Now, we still know the rules we know, whereby we say when you have this and they have the same base, this and this, since it is plus, you take log b, then this times what? This. But at this time now, since they are just 2 and it is equal to 0, so don't you think that taking this one to the other side, since I know that if you have something like this, log a of 2 maybe is equal to log a of let's say c. So log a can easily eliminate log a such that c will be equal to what? 2. So here now, since I have log here of b into this plus log, and there are just 2 of them, so why not take the other one to the other side so that log of the same basis can do what? Cancel out. Okay, so you just have to be using your common sense. Okay, just using your common sense, and everything will do what? Everything will be working together for you. So at this point now, I will be like log base b of x plus 1 will be equal to, this is positive, when it puts it over it becomes negative log b into x minus what? 2. So I know that when I have 2 log 2 is something as what? Log 2 raised to power what? 2. So if I have log minus log 2 is something as log 2 raised to power minus what? 1. So that's what it implies. Okay, so at this point now, this is the same thing as that log base b bracket x plus 1 will be equal to log base b of x minus 2 raised to power minus 1. Okay, this is minus, so raised to power minus 1. Okay, so log of base b cancel log of base b. As you can see, this thing came to learn. Okay, so we're going to teach mathematics. So at this point now, we have x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 raised to the power minus 1. So you know that x minus 2 raised to the power minus 1 simply means 1 over this. Okay, it means 1 over this. So we have that x plus 1 will be equal to 1 over what? X minus what? 2. Are you there now? So if we should cross multiply this, we are going to have that x plus 1 bracket x minus 2 is equal to what? 1. So this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. So when we simplify this, what are we going to have? So let us expand this. S times s will give us x squared. S times this will give us minus 2x. 1 times s will give us plus x. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. This is equal to what? 1. So bringing this one into this side, we have x squared minus 2s plus s will give us minus x minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So we have x squared minus x minus 3 equal to what? 0. So x squared minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now what do we multiply to get minus 3? When we add it, we get minus 1. So we know that minus 3 times 1 will give us minus 3. So if we say minus 3 plus 1, are we going to have 1? Are we going to have minus 1? The answer is no. So remember that what we are doing is that we are looking for two numbers. When we multiply them, we get minus 3. Then when we add them, we get minus 1. So is it possible for us to get that? The answer is no. So for us to simplify this further, we are going to make use of formula method. Okay, we are going to use formula method to obtain the values of x. So using formula method. So now that we are using formula method, so let me wipe off from A to C so that we will have some space here and finalize our work. So using formula method, we know that x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So from this thing, our a is 1, our b is minus 1, our c is minus 3. So our a is 1, our b is minus 1, then our c is what? Minus 3. Our a is 1, our b is minus 1, our c is minus 3. So we are going to substitute it here. So s will be equal to minus bracket. What is our b? Minus 1 plus or minus square root of, what is our b? Minus 1 to the second power minus 4 bracket. What is our a? 1. Then what is our c? Minus 3 over 2 bracket. What is our a? 1. So x is equal to minus times minus will give us 1 plus or minus square root of, so this will be 1, minus 1 to second power is 1, minus 4 times 1 is minus 4, minus 4 times minus 3 will give us what? Plus 12 divided by what? 2. So this is telling us that s is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of what? 13 divided by what? 2. So this implies that x is equal to 1 plus so 13 over 2, or s is equals to 1 minus so 13 over what? 2. So these are the possible values of x. Don't forget what we did. Once we got to this point, we find out that we cannot factorize this, but rather we can make use of formula method. We can still use completing the square method. Don't forget what we did in secondary school. Okay, this is exactly what you know. Okay, just follow it the way it is. So look at question number D. They said solve the equation log of base 3x plus log of x of 3 is equal to 10 over what? 3. So the question remains, how do we solve this? Pause the video and solve it yourself. Welcome back. Let's continue from where we stopped. Now look at what we have. Log base 3x plus log base x 3 equals to 10 over 3. Now how do we simplify this kind of expression? Okay, if you look at this and this, you find out that they look alike, but the difference is that the base of this is the power of this, and is the value of this, and the value of this is the base of this. So now we can make both of them to still look alike. So how do you do it? Now listen very attentively. If you have log base x3, I can still make this to be a base and this to be a number. How do I do it? I will take the reciprocal. 1 over log. Now s will go here, 3 will go here, so this will be 3 what? X. So this now is equivalent to this. Now so you can see now both of them now look what? Alike. Okay, now if I have log base 3x, so I can still make this to look like this. So it will now be what? 1 over, so 3 will take the position of this, x will take the position of this, so log, here is x, here is 3. So you can start with any one you want. You can be like making this to look like this one, or make this one to look like this one. It is still the same thing, okay? It is still the same thing. But I would like you to convert this to this, because this one already has a base which is a number. Okay, it is better you work with a base which is a number than working with a base which is an algebra. Okay, so work with a base that is a number. So which means that we are going to convert this one to this one. Okay, so we are converting this to look like this. So log base x3 will now be equal to what? So this will now be equal to 1 over what? Log. So 3 will now be our base. So here will be what? X. Such that this is equal to what? This. So our equation has changed to what? Log base 3x plus, so this one has changed to this 1 over log base 3x equal to 10 over what? 3. So at this point now you find out that this and this look what? Alike. So how do we simplify further? So I want to make my work to be very easy for me. Okay, I want to make my work to be very easy for me. So when you are doing this type of thing, make your work very easy for you. So I will be like, let log base 3x equal to what? A. So I want to make it a so that it will be very easy for me to solve. So that after solving, I can still bring these things back. Okay, so we're making our life beautiful now. So if log base 3x is equal to a, so any place I see it, I will put it a. So I'll have a plus 1 over a is equal to 10 over what? 3. So here I can find LCM here. LCM is a, so I have a over, so this will be 1 in a is a times a is a squared plus 1. This will be equal to 10 over what? 10. So if I should cross multiply, what am I going to have? I will have that a squared plus 1, so 3 is coming this way, will be equal to what? So 10a. I cross multiply, this goes to this, this goes to this. So if I should expand this, I will have 3a squared plus 3. 3a squared plus 3 is equal to what? 10a. So bringing this one inside, I'll have 3a squared plus 3 minus 10a, it is equal to what? 0. So this will give me 3a squared minus 10a plus 3 is equal to what? 0. So this is a quadratic equation. So we're going to factorize this. So the question we ask ourselves is this: is this factorizable? Is it factorizable? So we are trying to factorize. 3a squared minus 10a plus 3 equal to 0. So 3 times 3 is 9. What do we multiply to get 9? When we add it, we get minus 10. So minus 3 times, okay, let's say minus 9 times minus 1 will give us 9. Now minus 9 minus 1 will give us minus 10. So here we have 3a squared minus 9a minus a plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so here we have 3a squared minus 9a plus minus a plus 3 equal to 0. So 3a can go here, so 3a outside there, 3a and 3a squared will give us a minus 3a and 9a will give us 3. So this minus can come out, minus 1, so we have minus 1 brackets. So minus 1 in a will give us a, minus 1 in positive 3 will give us minus 2. Okay, so this is what we have. Coefficient we have here is minus 1. Remember, I want this to be a, then with something. So at this point, this and this look the same. So we have 3a minus 1 and a minus what? 3. So this will be equal to 0, equal to 0. So at this point, making a subject formula, we have that 3a minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, 3a is equal to 1. So a will be equal to 1 over 3. Or a minus 3 is equal to 0. So a is equal to what? 3. So let me make some space here. Okay? Let me make some space here. So what do we have? We have that a is equal to 1 over 3. Or a is equal to 3. So we have that a is equal to 1 over 3. Or a is equal to what? 3. So remember what we did? We did something. We said let log base 3x be equal to what? A. Let log base 3x be equal to A. So at this point now, bet log base 3x is equal to what? A. Therefore, log base 3x will be equal to what? 1 over what? 3. So that is what we have. Log base 3x is equal to 1 over 3. So at this point now, if I cross multiply, I will have that 3 log base 3x is equal to what? 1. Okay, I'll have that 3 log base 3x is equal to what? 1. So at this point, I will have that log base 3, then s cube is equal to 1. So removing this log that is here, if you have log base ba equal to c, for you to remove this log of base that is here, you now say that log base ba will not be equal to log base b, then b raised to power what you have outside here, such that this and this can do what? Go. Okay? So this is log base 3 that is here. So this is something as log base 3 of x cube will be equal to log base 3. Then this base that is here now will be 3 raised to power what? 1, such that this will cancel this. Did you get what I just did now? Okay? So this is log base 3. So remember what I did? I said when you have log base ba is equal to c, so it will not be that log base ba will be equal to log base b. So that b now will still come out and have a power of what? C. Now this c will turn to a what? A power. So that is exactly what I did here. Log base 3 will now be log base 3s to the third power will be equal to log base 3, then 3 raised to power what? 1. So this will cancel this. Okay? So what are we left out with? We are left out that s raised to power 3 will be equal to 3. So what will be our s? Our s will be equal to what? Cube root of what? 3. So our s is equal to cube root of 3. So again, so we are not stopping here. Remember that our a is equal to 1 over 3, and our a is also equal to what? 3. So lastly, again, so log base 3x is equal to a. So when a is 3, again, when a is equal to 3, so what are we going to have as our x? Because we are looking for the values of what? X. Okay, so now we have that log base 3x is equal to what? 3. Okay, log base 3x is equal to 3. So here we are going to have log base 3x is equal to log base 3, then 3 now raised to power what? 3. Remember what I said, when it is this, so you still get this type of thing in the other side. This is log base 3. I got log base 3 here. Now 3, which is the base, raised to power the value you have here, which is 3 raised to power the value you have here. So s cancel x. Okay, log base 3 cancel log base 3, such that, okay, let me create a space here. Our x will be equal to 3 raised to power 3. So s is equal to what? 27. So from all indication, s is equal to 3 sub 3, and also s is equal to 27. So before we go to question number E, I would like you to pause the video and solve. So let's continue from where we stopped. Solution number D, how do we solve it? Now this is log of base 10, 3s plus 2 minus 2 log of base 10x equal to 1 minus this. Okay, so how do we simplify this? So this is 1. Now when you have log of 2 base 2, it's equal to 1. Okay, when you have log base 3 of number 3 is equal to 1. Now when you have log of base 10, 10, it will still give you what? 1. So here now you follow the pattern of what you have. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm seeing the value 1 here. Okay, this is in base 10, 10, 10. So this thing means log base 10, 10. That's what it implies. So replace this one with this, so that everything will do what? Harmonize. Make your life beautiful. So now I can write this as log base 10 of 3x plus 2 minus, so this 2 can go up. I have log base 10x squared equal to log base 10 minus log base 10 5x minus 3. Okay, now we have this at the left hand side and we have this at the right hand side. You know the laws of negative in terms of logarithm. When you have negative, it means log base that thing, this divided by the other one. So you do it here and also do it here. Okay, so what are we going to have? We'll have log of base 10 into 3x plus 2 divided by what? X squared. So this will be equal to, you do the same thing here, log of base 10 into 10 over what? 5x minus what? 3. So that is what we have. Now at this point, log can cancel log, okay? Log of base 10 can cancel log of base 10. So we are left out with 3x plus 2 over x squared equal to 10 over 5x minus what? 3. So at this point now, what do you expect? We are going to cross multiply. So cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we will have 3x plus 2 into 5x minus 3 equal to 10x squared. Okay, x squared will go to this, that is 10x squared. So when we expand this, 3x times 5s, 3 times 5 is 15s squared. 3x times minus 3 will give us minus 9x. 2 times 5 will give us plus 10x. 2 times minus 3 will give us minus 6 is equal to 10x squared. So at this point we'll collect like times, okay? Collect like times. Collect like times. So now we are collecting like times. So we can bring in this one, 15x squared minus 10x squared, because when positive causes it becomes what? Negative. Minus 9x plus 10x will give us plus x minus 6 equal to 0. Okay? Minus 9x plus 10x will give us just x, then minus 6 equals to 0. So 15x minus 10x squared, 15x squared minus 10x squared will give us 5x squared plus x minus 6 equal to what? 0. So we are going to do what? Factorize. Okay? We are going to factorize. So we're going to look at this. 5 times minus 6 will give us minus 30. What can we multiply together and get minus 30? And when we add them together, we get 1. Okay? 5, what can we multiply together and get minus 30? When we add them together, we get 1. So minus 5 times 6 will give us minus 30. Minus 5 plus 6 will give us what? 1, which is this. So here we have 5x squared minus 5x plus 6x minus 6 equal to 0. So we have 5x squared minus 5x plus 6x minus 6 is equal to what? 0. So we are going to simplify that. 5s is common here. So if we factor out 5x, if we factor out 5s, what we left here will be x minus 1. So if we factor out 6 here, so we're going to have what? X minus 1 equal to what? 0. So here we have 5x plus 6 and x minus 1 equal to 0. So 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So 5x is equal to minus 6. Therefore, x is equal to minus 6 over what? 5, or x is equal to what? 1. So our s is equal to minus 6 over 5, or our x is equal to 1. So now follow the videos, okay? Follow the trend. I repeat, follow the trend. Follow the steps. Watch the video over and over again. And don't just watch. Make sure you have your pen and what? Paper. Jot down everything. Try solving the questions one after the other. After solving, you check your words, answer to see if you are correct or not. If you make a mistake, you correct yourself. If you miss anything, watch that step again. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. I still remain Angelofmaths.